Their stories make up our nation's history, a history that we are losing with each passing day. That is, unless we take the time on Veterans Day or any other to stop and listen. Not in Your Side's Maggie Vespa joins us live with more on the generation gap between us and our country's heroes.
Guy, veterans we spoke to today who served during the World War II era referred to themselves as a dying generation, but it turns out there are many others in southern Arizona who refuse to let those stories, those memories, die too. 87-year-old Ted Dore won't offer it unless you ask.
It was 1943 and everybody was doing something, and I thought if I went in the Navy, those guys always have clean bunks and everything as opposed to the Army.
A naval airman in World War II and again in Korea, Dore now volunteers at the Pima Air and Space Museum, doling out facts and figures about these pieces of history, rarely including first-person accounts. He says he doesn't want to boast.
I have a certain amount of knowledge that I can tell guests that come here and have questions about the airplanes.
Though National Guardsman Aaron Johnson wishes he would.
There's definite connections between generations, and like I said earlier, the concerns are the same. How's your family doing? Am I going to make it back? Will I see them again?
For Johnson, who has served 2 tours in Iraq, those stories provide comfort. For those a little younger, they're eye-opening.
Both my grandfathers were in the military, so it's really cool when you have a connection.
Hugh's courage was typical of all the men who flew that day.
If some of the people who died in World War II and stuff didn't serve, then we wouldn't be here right now. And it's just really awesome that they served and died for us.
As visitors of all ages come and go, Dore and his colleagues stand by, ready to share.
I guess the bottom line is education, learning about the airplanes and the era that the different ones come from.
Remaining, though, forever humble.
Of course, some people don't care much about airplanes. They just like to come and look at the pretty colors.
And Guy, volunteers there at the Pima Air and Space Museum obviously are there to teach the visitors about the planes themselves. But as we found out, and as you just saw, many of those volunteers do have their own stories to go along with it. You just have to ask. Reporting live, I'm Maggie Vespa, KGUN-9 on your side.
All right, Maggie, thank you.